Welcome and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your interest in what I have to say. I value your time, so I'll get straight to it. It's taken me a while to come to this decision, but it seems to be the most beneficial option. I've tried many different ways and I've failed many times. So now I just wanted you to know that I've decided to follow my heart and be true to myself. And I want to help you do the same. So please check out my interview to learn a little more about how I arrived here. And thank you again for allowing me to be part of your journey. It's time to rise, y'all. Let's rise together. Hi, Keish.
Hello.
Long time no see. It's so good to see you.
I know it's been a while. I've been MIA for quite some time.
Last year around this time, you were in a hotel room alone and contemplating taking your life. How have you been feeling?
I have not been feeling like myself, I have to be honest. I've been going through a lot and just feeling like my life has been flipped upside down.
Flipped upside down?
I've been struggling with my mental health and feeling abandoned and alone.
Abandoned and alone. Thanks for sharing that with me. What have you been doing?
I've been doing a lot of internal work to try to get back to feeling some kind of normalcy. But then I realized I'm not supposed to go back to anything. I'm going through something in order to transform into something new, something better. And I'm not supposed to stay the same or go back to anything.
How have you been managing all of this?
So once I came to that realization, I started putting things in perspective and looking at everything that I've endured, especially this past year. And I realized that these things happened in order to prepare me for what I'm going through now. And it's been tough. It's been painful. It's a process though, and I am committed to that process.
It's definitely a process, and I'm glad you're committed, even though it's painful and hard.
It's not easy, I've had to take some time to understand who I am, why I do the things that I do, and what my motives are. A lot of self-reflections.
Inner work, shadow work is hard. It's the process of acknowledging and accepting the hidden parts of yourself.
That has ultimately exposed some hard truths that I've had to accept.
And it requires you to take a hard look in the mirror and face yourself.
Before I could forgive myself and let go.
Forgiveness is so powerful.
Life is a journey and it doesn't happen overnight.
It requires introspection and self-awareness.
It's hard to let go of the person you've known all your life.
I agree. Letting go is hard.
Even if it's, no longer serving you, it still feels like a loss. You still have to mourn, you have to go through the grieving process.
Letting go of the old version of yourself is like mourning the death of someone near and dear to you. So you're right. It is a loss, and you do have to go through the grieving process.
Yeah, I want to reintroduce myself because I really do feel like this past year has transformed me, and I'm still transforming, but I've been through a lot, and I've learned a lot, and I've changed a lot, and I've lost a lot, and I'm ready. I feel like everything that I've been through, everything that I've lost has been making room for what I'm about to receive. And I am so grateful for this opportunity to be here with you today, because a year ago today, I was not interested in being here any longer. But I've come to some realizations. I've learned a lot along the way, and it brings me to why I'm here and what my purpose is. I feel like I want to share my story with people that are going through their transformation journey or just life in general. I want this to be a platform where we can talk about what life throws at us and the adversities that we have to endure and go through, sometimes alone and sometimes in silence and sometimes because we're afraid or ashamed, but we all go through things, and it's normal, and it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to have resources that you can reach to feel supported. And that's what this is about for me. Because of everything that I've gone through, I feel like this is what I was meant to produce from that, is a safe space where you can come listen to my adversities, because I'm a talker. I love to talk. I can go on for days about, my views on things and what I've gone through, and I plan to do that if you're willing to listen. So I will be giving you and sharing with you the stories and my journey and my experiences, in hopes of helping you and guiding you and possibly inspiring you, supporting you, anything that I can do to help along your journey is what I'm here to do. When I connect the common thread, it's always my need for connection, for support, to feel safe. That has been the common thread for me. I feel like I've been doing this show that has ultimately led me here, but all along I was searching for that security and that safety that feels like I'm going to be okay. Like, for a long time I didn't feel like that. I felt scared most days about life and who I am, and not feeling like I deserved anything, like I was worthy of anything. And I just felt like I had to put on this facade to pretend that I was, and that eventually everyone's going to figure it out. And my biggest fear is going to be realized. So I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to know that you are worthy, with or without anyone's validation. And you are here in a safe space to share and express anything that you desire, anything that you're struggling through, anything that you want to talk about. We are just going to talk about shit. This is not about wrong or right. It's not about who's more successful and who's not. It's none of that. It's just straight talk. We're just going to talk about life. Life is interesting and multifaceted, and it's a different experience for each person. We'll never get bored here. I just can't see that ever happening. So like I said, I am here and I'm back, and I'm excited about what 2023 has in store for me. I feel so aligned with this mission and this goal that I just know it's going to be amazing, because this is what's genuinely passionate for me. This is what feels best, feels right for me. Finding your passion can be so hard sometimes, because you feel something that you know you are supposed to do and meant to do, but you don't know how to really do it. And I'm so glad and happy for you that you're figuring it out and you're on the right path. And I'm super excited to see what you do, and I'll definitely support you completely, 100%. So keep doing your thing and enjoy the ride. I got nothing to lose, to be honest. I've learned so much. I just can't wait to share all the things that I've learned along this journey so far with you. And I hope you stick around for the ride. I hope you'll engage and participate in any way that you feel most comfortable, whether it's sending me a DM, or joining my lives, or just commenting on my post, or anything in any way. I am welcoming every and any participation. You can join me on this journey, and we can support one another and be a light for those that feel like they're in the dark. We are meant to do what we're meant to do. And I think the more we deviate from that, the more disconnected we become with ourselves, and eventually we get so disconnected that we have no choice but to lose everything and start over. And that's probably what you're doing. You're going through a rebirth and some sort of transformation, but you're really coming back into yourself, your true self. So live authentically, do your thing, do what feels right to you, and it's going to be a benefit to everyone what you're doing, especially now after the pandemic and everything that the pandemic has exposed. And I think this pandemic has done that for a lot of us, and it's going to really make a huge impact. I think there's this huge awakening happening, and that's why we're seeing unfortunately, a lot of suicides, because people are waking up. They're waking up and they're seeing that this is not the life they're supposed to be living, but they're so far gone, and there's so much work to do to get back to yourself. It's painful. Rebirth is painful, and it's a long, painful, messy process. And
some of us don't have the resources or the capabilities of going through that. So suicide seems to be the best option, unfortunately. So I think with this mass huge awakening with that's happening in our society and around the world, I hope that we are able to come back to the true meaning of why we're here on this planet and go back to supporting one another, uplifting each other, and just making sure that we are living authentically and genuinely for our true purpose here. Enough with the capitalism. Everybody's just trying to make money and see how far up the ladder they can go and not care who they step on while they're on their way up. That's not what this is about. We need to be more mindful and more compassionate and be a support for each other, but do it authentically and be true to yourself in the process. So I believe this is definitely something that's going to make some big waves and change a lot of things. We just have to see it through and stick it out and keep going. The fight is worth it because we've been living on autopilot for too long, and we're running off of old programming and the way that society has trained us to do and make decisions and spend our resources. It's not beneficial to the greater good, and it's not beneficial to the planet, the planet we live on. So we have to make better decisions about how we use our time, where we spend our time, money, resources, and make sure that it is aligned with the greater good and you're being authentic and genuine to yourself and your purpose. Congratulations to you. I am so excited about what you're about to embark on. I think this is needed, like I said, and it's going to benefit a lot of people. We're so grateful to you that you came through this, and through that you are coming up with this as your product. And it's selfless work, but because you've done so much work, you're now capable and able to help others on their journey, and that's going to be so powerful. So good luck with everything. I am absolutely 100% one of your supporters, so keep doing your thing, and I can't wait to see what this turns into. Good job.
Let's do this. Yes.